Yo, Deuterino.
Yo, Devo.
What's going on with you, my man?
Oh man, good to be back. I was out in Colorado for some work training for about a week, so nice to be back in the Casa. What's going on with you?
Nice to have you back. Just to let you guys know out there, we gave Deuter a week off so he could be retrained, trained, and trained again. Technically, it was training he never got in the first place. We won't go into that. But glad to have you back. Glad to do the show. Not a whole lot going on with me, but I did want to talk about the weekend. And it seems that we have a couple things that we wanted to go over that happened on the weekend, so I want to get to both of them. Before I do, I wanted to grab this guy to the back here real quick, see if we can bring him in right. I never get these buttons right for some reason. Maybe probably G.
That's why we need a sound guy.
Probably, yeah, probably be a much easier thing if we had a sound guy. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. You know what?
Yabba do.
There you go. Sometimes good buttons, bad buttons.
Simpson, Homer Simpson.
I just couldn't help it. All right, bring it. G, are you back there?
I am here.
Okay, so that was not intentional. Someone will believe that, and but it was true. G, how are you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can treat you okay, or no?
A lot of stresses. Still trying to do the funeral.
Still trying to. Oh, right. And so you got that coming up to.
Got all the shootings.
Yes. Well, let's get to the shootings a little bit because I played no phone this weekend, and what an interesting weekend to do it. Evidently,
Smart.
I mean, sometimes you just take the phone and you just turn it off, right? And like you come back and someone says it's been the mass shooting weekend. And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, no, it happened all weekend. What are you talking about? And that's what I'm walking into at this moment. So I have no clue, L Deuter and G, to where the mass shootings were. So and what happened and any kind of context. So I'll let you fill me in.
All right. Well, let's start here. Today's the 16th, so Monday, May 16th.
All right.
Let's see. So that means Sunday would have been the 15th, Saturday the 14th, Friday the 13th.
Interesting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's been 6 if we just start on Friday the 13th.
Wow.
So which one are you talking about would be my question.
Well, let me ask some really horrible questions. Were there mass shootings that people died?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 4 of them.
Okay.
4 or 6.
I mean, this is how I'm eliminating which one we're going to talk about.
Right.
Which one had the most people, or which one was in the most populated area? I'm trying to narrow it down.
Buffalo.
There you go, G.
Buffalo. All right, G. What happened in Buffalo?
A full news supporter, 18 years old, decided to take his AR-15 and play a video game and shoot up a minority-filled grocery store.
Oh, my God.
So he had a manifesto, like most of these guys do.
Yep.
And his whole thing was white replacement theory. Am I getting that right, G?
Yep.
So,
The whole
essentially...
"you will not replace us" thing.
Yeah, essentially non-white people, they're taking our jobs and our women and our groceries. I don't.
Yeah, that's the big.
I don't understand why you go to the grocery store for that. Oh, the baby formula.
The baby formula.
Oh
my gosh.
Well, this is. I mean, shit. Can I say that on? Yeah, I can say it.
When we're talking about shooting, you have a little more leeway.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Can I get? I mean,
mostly minority.
Can I get an awful count? Can I get an awful?
He had a camera. He filmed this.
10 no longer with us.
He filmed it.
He live streamed it.
He live streamed it. Yes.
On Twitch.
Well.
Yes, he
I don't subscribe to Twitch.
Right.
So
but now,
But he did live stream it.
So, I mean, I didn't wake up today to talk about mass shootings, gentlemen. But it appears that mass shootings wanted to be talked about. Is that fair?
It's pretty fair.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I wanted, on the right table here. Do you need to bring a context into the second one? We've got white racist 18-year-old in
Who
Buffalo.
was arrested by 3 police officers.
Alive.
Shot. He didn't get beat up. He did get choked down. They
No knee to the neck.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he went and got Carl's Jr.
Didn't even whoop him like they did when they came after Dave Chappelle. That guy. I mean, that guy, pretty beat up.
No.
But
Well,
no,
that's because it wasn't the
He
cops.
did burger with Carl's Jr. and got a burger by the police, and then went to jail.
I mean, yeah, and everything G's saying is on point. I think the important thing to note is that the white male who killed 10 people got taken into custody peacefully. And
Yeah,
that should be the headline.
yeah. That was the thing that got he got arrested.
damn it.
Heaven forbid we use excessive force when it's undue in situations like
Wow.
this.
Yeah. I'm looking at the picture going,
Yeah. The other one that hit close to home for me, literally and figuratively,
pretty close.
happened in Southern California on El Toro Road, which is a road that used to be on my driver's license. Happened in Laguna Woods, and I believe that was at a church. I don't know anything else about the shooter, his skin color, or whether he was apprehended peacefully, but I'm damn sure tell you I can make a guess.
He was white, and he was apprehended by parishioners at the church who hogtied him, and so the police came.
Do we have any fatalities there?
Yes.
1. 5 injured. Only
5
one
injured.
so far
One
has
died.
passed.
This is
so
a
the
church
parishioners treated this dude worse
Yeah,
than the cops.
they sure did.
Well,
All right.
They sure did. Yeah, it was it was that type of weekend where it's an election cycle. Because there's a lot of angry white folks out there.
I could say that I was angry this weekend. I'm gonna go ahead and admit it was a red moon. Did everybody see that? It was
No, it was too cloudy.
I got pictures of the red moon because
It's beautiful.
what was the movie that just came out? Turning Red or something from Disney. I'm sure Duder's watched it all weekend.
Turning red.
I thought you were talking about the movie just called Red with all the old actors and
No, it's a new Disney movie
Yeah,
where
Turning Red.
a girl who turns into a panda,
Red panda.
and under the red moon. And so, I thought it was interesting to see. But I wonder, I'm always thinking, here comes this red moon and all this anger. I was angry this weekend. I had an angry, frustrating weekend, but I didn't shoot anybody. I didn't.
You didn't wake up and let me type this and let me break out the camera.
No. I mean, I got
put on
angry.
my body armor.
No.
Let's go shoot up a church again.
No.
I think it's time to do that.
No.
Let's go over here. Let me drive. This kid drove, and he told people the day before, and the teachers told the police to watch out for him because he had posted this, that he was thinking about doing this. And the teachers at his school found out, told the police. They did what they were supposed to do. The police dropped the ball. And then he drove almost 200 miles to this particular grocery store and shot up these people.
so the overlaying point of all of this, the takeaway from all of this is we watch how Murder Kid was treated.
Right.
Murder Kid was made a hero.
What's his name?
I know I'm not going to go there.
Okay.
Murder Kid was made a hero by a certain political party in this country, and
as an intern,
got to meet the president, shake his hand. I got hired as an intern.
yeah,
Got all these job offers just for being Murder Kid. Like he wasn't getting these offers beforehand. It's
Right.
not like he's got a world of experience. His resume,
Right.
doesn't put him in position to get these type of offers or meeting the president or going on TV and talk shows and all this. None of that would have happened if he didn't shoot and kill two people. Regardless, we've already had this discussion about whether or not self-defense or whatever. And then he pleaded not guilty, and then he got off and had zero consequences other than, people calling him Murder Kid. And that's what happens when you kill two people. So we've seen that they put this dude up on a pedestal, and so now there's a wave of all these other kids who are like, I feel unseen. I feel like I'm getting replaced. I feel like whatever. My life is not in the position I want it to be in. Maybe I need to be more like Murder Kid.
G, do you feel that that's where these other guys are kind of coming from as a Facebook follower of the Murder Kid, and just basically, I don't want to call them copycats, but because mass shootings are, I'm hoping we never get into that position, but 5 in a weekend, and dude's making the point for Murder Kid, Kyle Rittenhouse, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Do you believe that what we're seeing is his following group, whether they're following him with the flag or not? You know what I mean? Whether they're following him verbatim or, is it verbatim? I don't know.
Verbatim.
Thank you. Do you think that's what's going on, like dude says?
Well, we got to go back to 2000, and when did 45 get in?
17?
16.
Okay, 16.
16.
Well, yes,
So let's go back
17
to
is when he technically
2014.
done.
Go back to 2014 in Florida.
Okay.
There was a
Orlando.
There was a group of neo-Nazis, a secular group of neo-Nazis,
Mhm.
headed up by I think he was 18 years old, a 19-year-old, and their head was 35 years old. There's these 4 guys. One of the guys went crazy and killed the other 3 guys. And then he was about to go
Killed the other 3 neo-Nazis?
Yep.
We should be holding this dude up.
Because
Put this dude on a pedestal.
well, those 3 decided that they didn't want to do it anymore.
Hey, easy, duder. See, y'all
And,
jumping on the story.
Yeah,
he already gave them a
Should have
medal.
waited for the finish line, man.
Well, that's like,
Should've waited for the finish. There's a punchline.
He already gave him a medal in a parade and shit. He was like, "Hey, y'all should go to church with these folks." You know what I mean? And then
They decided
I was
they
ready
didn't
to
want
build him a
do it anymore.
statue.
And but this kid had been brainwashed, and he has said that the best way, and this is coming from Nazism, the best way to cause the revolution and war to start of the classes and races was individual people going out committing individual acts of violence.
I've heard this.
And this is what's going on. These individual people have been fueled by Trump to go out and commit individual acts of violence in a way to encourage a race and class war. And you can see that especially this weekend, and it always happens during an election cycle, but especially this weekend where it was a grocery store in Buffalo and it was a Presbyterian church in Southern California in Laguna, where it was two separate classes of people. It was 2 completely separate classes of people, but it was timed so perfectly to coincide with what Tucker Carlson had said on Wednesday about
Good old Tucker Carlson.
Good old Tucker.
What Tucker Carlson has said. This is why you've seen a lot of petitions about get rid of Tucker Carlson this weekend, because he started this thing on Wednesday.
Oh, what a coincidence. He started on Wednesday, and then we had mass shooting Coachella.
Yep.
The rest of the weekend.
Exactly.
Well,
so everybody who follows the news, we all knew something was going to happen, because what Tucker Carlson had said on Wednesday to infuriate enough of these young white folks, young males, to go out and do what they want to do, what they were programmed to do. So,
Can I? Do you have what he said?
No, nobody has it because Faux News has decided to keep the tape.
I don't get it.
Nobody can find it.
I'm confused.
They took it off.
Who they?
So he said it on Fox
Thank
Faux
you.
News,
Thank-
He said it on Wednesday,
Uh-huh.
and then they pulled it
and they pulled it.
probably Sunday after a bunch of people died.
As soon as
One
people
more.
started getting killed, they went.
Oh, maybe we shouldn't have said that.
And
Shouldn't have said that just like that. We got to
Yeah.
change a couple words here.
so now we have this other petition coming across nationwide going, get rid of Tucker Carlson because he started this on Wednesday.
I am very interested to hear and see what it was. What was the gist that he? Did you see it? Did you ever get a chance to see
What
it?
I heard.
Okay, there we go. We're on the third party now. I just want to be
Yeah,
clear.
yeah.
Everything
Well, what
we're
did you
saying.
hear?
Completely hearsay.
Okay, I just want to
What
be.
did you hear?
I wanted to be
Nope,
clear. We were talking facts here. All right.
Nah, that's
Okay,
hearsay.
all right.
That's
Here we
gonna
go.
be completely hearsay.
All right, that's fine.
What I heard
Was
remember how we're all upset about the leak on the Roe versus Wade?
Mm-hmm.
Tucker
No,
took it.
I was not upset.
I mean, I
about
remember
that.
how everyone was excited about not myself personally,
Not the
but
Republicans.
I remember how there was the
Took it
buzz.
a completely different way.
Yes.
They took it into the how did this get out way.
But anyways, you were saying
So
the
Tucker decided to respond and blame the Democrats and essentially blame minorities for supporting the Democrats and their agenda.
he did not.
And he said there was a war against the church.
He did not.
I mean,
Yes.
the dude just went and shot up a church, so
Exactly.
kind of seems like there's war against the church.
He said there's certain churches that are siding with the Democrats.
I mean, Duder. I mean, I always go back. Duder, I always go back to this. You know, Duder told me you could say pretty much anything you want to, but you do have to deal with the consequences
Exactly.
of those words.
You got the freedom to say it, just not the freedom from the consequences.
Right. And so
Unless you work for Faux News.
but my thing is, I'm hearing about about the X. Can I call him the X? I'll call him the X. I'm hearing about this guy who gets up on stage and he says yeah, and then no one holds him accountable. And I hear about Tucker and he's going blah blah blah, and
Nobody holds them accountable. They even
I just don't feel like you should just be able to say anything you want to say, but then we should hold you accountable if you say stupid shit. I don't know.
But see, the thing is,
There I go using the
the
apologize,
Republicans.
just so you know.
There you go, using shit.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be completely political about this. The Republicans are always going to be do as I say, not as I do. All right.
That's why they don't want the gay law, or what?
That's why they don't want anything.
Okay.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Got it.
I don't want you to have an abortion.
Tap on the foot
Trump
underneath
told,
the.
Trump told his mistress, "Go have an abortion."
Yeah,
But not-
there's a long line.
But not
of
in
Republican.
but not in Florida, not in our state. Okay, you go somewhere else, sweetheart. All right, and get that done.
He just
there's a
told her to
long
go have
line
an
of
abortion.
Republican elected officials who have an abortion in their history.
Exactly.
Speaking of abortion, I would like to tie in the Roe v. Wade leaked draft to the Buffalo shooter.
You're just gonna segue the Roe Wade
segue this
to the
professional
Buffalo.
segue.
Wow, that's impressive.
So we know that in the leaked draft, Justice, I'm using air quotes for Justice, Alito said these words, which is just weird in general to say, but I'm going to bring it back around. He said the words.
This is the justice. This is one of the 9 justices, right? 9.
One of the 9.
One of the 9.
The dude who wrote the draft, who was like, "No, abortion, we're getting rid of it. We don't care that." Even though when we all got sworn in, when we all had that TV thing, and we all said, "No, it's settled law,"
Yeah.
we're just going to skip over that and
We're gonna
unsettle
skip
the
over
law.
that. Oh my god.
And the reason being, this is the reason. I'm not making this up. I'm not changing his words. These are his words.
All right.
The domestic supply of infants relinquished at birth or within the first month of life had become virtually non-existent. So he used the phrase domestic supply of infants, which is just weird. It's a weird turn of phrase.
Domestic, yeah, you're right.
Right.
Okay, yeah, just to
Like,
say
it
that,
sounds
right?
like the baby. What's the supply? The formula. shortage.
yeah.
It sounds like you're talking about that, right?
Uh-huh.
The domestic supply of formula or running out.
Mhm.
No,
Yep.
they're talking about actual babies,
Right.
Yep.
living, breathing babies. They're saying there's not enough supply, domestic supply of infants.
Yep.
Which is
We don't have
Weird.
enough people that we're making. Is that what?
right.
Yeah.
Is that what
That's
I'm
what
reading?
he's
Okay.
saying.
All right. Okay. All right.
That's what's
Just
happening.
wanted to make
on
saying
the
that-
s-
He's
on the
saying that
surface,
there are too many abortions.
so there's not enough
and
babies.
We're losing. In his view, I think he wants to say we are losing
White.
Americans.
we're losing white babies, is what he means. And here's why.
Losing the
No,
marriage.
here's why he means that. I'm not even making that up. Here's why he means
No,
that.
you're not making.
Here's what the Buffalo. So that's what the Supreme Court said.
Okay.
There's not enough white
Domestic.
babies,
Uh
Yeah, there's not enough
domestic babies.
huh. Uh huh.
Here's what the Buffalo shooter said in his manifesto. Again, his words, not making this up. White birth rates must change. People must achieve a birth rate that is about 2.06 births per woman. It sounds an awful lot like he's saying the domestic supply of infants
Yep.
relinquished at birth needs to change.
Wow.
Well,
Sounds like they're speaking the same. They're getting their information from the same place.
If
The
you're- I
Supreme
feel like-
Court
going
justice,
to-
I'm with you.
It's a white thing because they're worried about being replaced.
You know what I saw over the weekend through my anger weekend as well, which I wasn't shooting people. I watched for the first time 42.
oh, I love that movie.
First time I saw it this weekend.
There's another, real quick, I'll let you say what you're going to say about it. There's another movie that came out 20 years ago called
Uh-huh.
Soul of the Game,
Okay.
Soul of the game, yeah.
which I
I've
happen
seen
to
it.
think is better than 42. Covers the same subject matter.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was.
I happen to like it better as a movie. All right, go ahead. 42.
It was done by TBS. I like the fact
He's
that
like, your
that one was
42 is
done by
great,
TBS.
but I'm just telling you, there's a better one out there. You probably should watch that. That was 20 years ago. But anyways,
It
bye.
is.
Tell me about your 42, Dwayne.
Yeah.
So-
Tell me how great this is.
Do you sure don't want to talk about that one? Because it sounds way better than mine.
No,
I can talk about Delroy Lindo's performance as
Yeah.
Satchel Paige
Ugh.
or
He
Bubba
did a
Gump.
really
I don't.
great
Sorry, I
job
don't know
with
the
that.
actor's name, but Bubba Gump's performance is Josh Gibson.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to do it. We're not going to talk about it.
No,
No, okay,
we'll
go
go ahead
ahead.
and we'll
All
talk about that.
So, anyways, I
And
saw.
he's the
42.
same size as Josh Gibson. He looks so much like him.
I feel like, dude, I mean, G's checking him out, but we're
She's
definitely-
ready.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's interesting to watch a very, racially charged movie, which ended up being a very racially charged weekend,
Oh yeah.
evidently. Being, you both have seen the movie, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Being heckled by opposing team's coach in the middle of the stadium with every good word that he could think of thrown at him.
Mm.
And I mean, baseball's a different heckle. Dude, or me and you used to sit in baseball. You used to just love seeing the guy who was just drunk enough to go up from the high seats to the low seats and right behind, the outfield or third base and just give that guy a mouthful, right? Did
Yeah.
you?
Did.
Right? But I mean, they weren't encouraging words that you would talk to the outfielders but they weren't.
It wasn't Home on the Range.
It wasn't demeaning words either, right? These
I
weren't.
mean, I appreciate it when they get creative with it. And you're not, it's not a racial slur, obviously. Hopefully that's obvious. And it's not like your mama.
Right.
But, my favorite of all time is just when you make fun of the dude's shoes because it's just enough to get in their head, but it's meaningless, right? It's meaningless. But it's just enough to get in their
Just
head.
enough.
That, when
all it
you're
is.
thinking about it, when you got a split second to decide if you're going to hit this pitch or not.
Right.
And somebody's like, your shoes suck. What? What?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say it's not part of the game.
It is.
It is. Heckling is definitely part of the game. But to see
As someone who appreciates a good heckle, I will say that it's gotten out of hand in recent years.
okay, all right. I mean, and we're talking about this is 42. This is based upon where it started, right, where the heckling began, and to see him take it on the field and in public, right? With just just take it, bro. Just take it. Got me frustrated this weekend. Thinking to myself, would I have been able to take? Am I that strong? Am I that convinced in my journey that it's more important for me not to react than it is, to react at a certain moment?
And let me go ahead and answer that for you. No, you're not that strong. The reason they picked they didn't pick Jackie Robinson because he was the best baseball player.
Nope.
They picked Jackie Robinson because he was the one dude who they thought maybe he's strong enough to put up with all the nonsense and be good enough on the field.
Yeah.
To make this work.
Right.
Because they could have picked Josh Gibson was better at baseball. Josh Gibson would have mollywopped that dude the moment he opened his mouth.
He sure would have.
They could have picked Satchel Paige, but Satchel Paige off the field, somebody would have said something to him. They would have found out pretty quick.
Yeah.
But Jackie Robinson had to be perfect on the field, had to be perfect off the field.
Yeah.
And just had to wear it.
Yeah, absolutely had to wear it. 100% had to wear it. It is what I will call the double standard. And if I was calling it by a better name, it would be the golden standard, which is something I learned very young, which is that I have to be better than the person to my right. It doesn't matter why. You have to be better than him.
Yep.
Because they're going to judge you differently.
Yep.
And that's been my whole life. I mean, I've always felt that, and I've always tried to, step up to it at times. And I think there's some reflections in my life that would prove that. But, it was always this thing. I felt like I had to be better than the next guy, but not because I wanted to be better than the next guy, I felt like I had to be. Like right. You have to be. Otherwise, you're nothing. Like you will not make a difference. You will not be able to play. You won't be able to show yourself and who you are. But I felt that for many years. So I could see, and with Jackie, how he's got to deal with this in personal life, professional life, public life. Situation and problem, but it that was just my segue from your baseball to this baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that segue from that baseball to this baseball, and I'm going to grab my book, Duder, that I bought. I didn't buy it. I lied. I borrowed it from the library. I think it's actually late. I think I actually owed a late fee.
You bought it now.
Yeah, I bought it. Now it's mine. The name of the book is called Baseball's Greatest Records. And I know that Duder happens to be a baseball aficionado. So I wanted to go ahead and test some of your baseball knowledge. Now, there's several chapters in this, so I wanted to let you choose from the categories. And we'll just do the top four for today. The categories are old and new records, hits and batting averages, Joltin' Joe, and home runs. Now, I do want to just reference that this book was published 2015, so all records may not be 100% accurate, but there you go, to 2015. Old and new records, hits and batting average, Joltin' Joe, or home runs. Duder, you take the first stab at this one.
All right, let's do a little Jeopardy style.
Go.
I'm going to take Joltin' Joe for whatever the first question is for 100.
There you go. Joltin' Joe. Let's see what we got here.
Which is going to be, of course, Joe DiMaggio. For
wow.
those playing at home.
Gee, I mean, the third word in the sentence is Joe. So, I mean, Joe DiMaggio. There you go. Nice job, Duder. Just pulling it right out of the back. There are some records right down here on this.
Pull up my camera just so you guys can see that I'm not cheating.
Well, you can see that I'm not cheating. I got my book here in hand. All right. So, but I don't know the answers. So that's all fair. Here we go. Super stats. Longest hitting streaks. Okay. I've got 5 players on the board here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 players. And it says the player name, the consecutive game hit with a hit, and the season. Which one would you like, Duder?
I'm going to give you. How about we do it this way? Well, I'll go player name first.
There you
I'll play
go.
by your rules.
There
I'm
you
not
go.
going to
Thank
make
you.
up the rules.
Oh yeah, I feel like you're telling me, but it's fine. It feels right. It feels right.
I'll go player name. I could give you player name and number for a lot of these dudes.
Okay, they don't have their numbers, so I couldn't give it to you. But you can
No,
give
I
me.
mean like the number of hits.
So I got the top 5, basically longest hitting streaks. Top 5. Long. I don't know what you're doing with your other hand there, but it looks like you're looking the way.
So
I don't know. Okay, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, keep these up.
Very strange. Very strange for a moment. So you're really looking for the player. I mean, if you think you got how many games they went in their streak, and you think you know what year it was, then go ahead and go for the bonus. But those are the 3 answers I'm looking for, and I got 5 of them, and I'll take. I mean, if you can get 3, I'll call them. I'll call you the winner.
I'm gonna go Joe DiMaggio. It's the category is Jolton Joe, so we're gonna say Joe DiMaggio is the leader on the hit streak category, and I'm gonna say it's. I'm gonna be one off. I don't know which direction it is.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say 57.
One off.
56.
56 is correct.
It was one way or the other.
That's not that bad, dude. And can you give me the year of that season?
No. Well, I'm gonna say
You're gonna be one off for 2.
Just a guess.
Okay.
It's just a guess. 49.
It's not close. 41. But you know what? I want to go with the rest of my life telling everybody, listen, I'm gonna get within 1. So just give me the other one. G, I don't know if you're a baseball aficionado, but do you know any of these records at all, or any of these guys?
Nope.
Okay, neither.
All
Okay,
right, I'm gonna go number 2 then.
Go ahead.
I'm
I'll go ahead and take number 2 if you don't mind. That's
Yeah,
gonna be Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose.
You going with Pete Rose as number 2?
That's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay, Pete Rose will come in at number 3. Actually, Pete
Ooh.
Rose. That was very close. Very close.
15, remember?
Yeah. Do you want to get well? Okay. So
No, it hasn't happened. Ty Cobb's got to be number 2.
now who we going with number 2?
If it's not Pete Rose, it's got to be Ty Cobb.
Say that name again.
Ty
Cobb.
Cobb.
I got no one with the first name. No, none of that. I got none of that.
Wow.
No. I don't even see that. So I got Joe on the. Nope, nothing.
All right, well then I'm out.
You're out. Okay, I got Willie Keller. Do you know this guy?
Wee Willie Keeler.
Wee Willie Keeler. Okay, he's number
Yeah.
2 with 45. Pete Rose. You called that one.
Got
44.
Pete Rose. Oh, can I go one more?
Okay.
Can I give you another guess?
I mean, you got 2 left. You got to get 3.
Yeah, we got Wee Willie Keeler. All right.
You got 2 left. You got to get 3. You got to get 3.
I'm gonna go with because I really thought Ty Cobb was on there.
Yeah.
And
I didn't think
for
it.
most of these hits recorms, when you start getting into the black and white days, and the color on your TV screen,
was that
not the color
racist?
of the players.
Okay. I was talking about black and white days.
It's usually either Ty Cobb or George Sisler. So if Ty Cobb's not there, then I'm going to go with George Sisler in that 4 spot right behind Pete Rose.
All right, I'm going to give you another guess because that guy's coming in number 5. So technically you hit the board. Okay, technically you have got 3 out of the 5. Maybe the wrong order, but that's okay. Can you guess? You got
Not as good at this game as I used to be.
Yeah. Well, you never know. It's the public library. These things could be right. Can you guess on number for George?
All right. Pete Rose was 44.
Yeah.
So he's got to be less than that, but he's got to be more than Ty Cobb. And Ty Cobb, I thought, was 40. So he's got to be between 40 and 44. So I'm going to get it within 1. And I'm going to say 42.
42 for George. How do you say Sisler? Sisler. Okay, George Sisler. It's going to go 41. Excuse me.
I'd get it within 1.
Yeah, within 1.
Go the
Always,
rest of my
man,
life,
you're
get
right.
it within 1.
I'm telling you, baby. Just one more. No, one less. Okay, it's fine.
I'm gonna get it this time.
I'm going to get it this time. Great. Don't worry about it. Do you want me to give you the hint on the last guy? We've got Joe DiMaggio. We've got Willie Keller. We got Pete Rose. And number 5, we've got George Sisler. Is that right?
That's right. The thing about Willie Keeler, his name is fun to say because it's Wee Willie Keeler. So it's just Wee Willie Keeler. So it's
That's
put
nice.
a smile on your face when you say
There you
it.
go. Well, in 1994, someone went 42 consecutive. That can't be.
I was going to say,
Hold on a
I
second.
don't
Hold on.
think it was
1894.
94, bro.
Excuse me. 1894. We go back that far?
1894.
Yeah. Okay.
We go back.
1894, Chief.
You don't go back that far, but
Baseball.
we in Major League Baseball, we go back that far.
the us we.
The royal we.
The royal
No, I got
we.
in 1894. I got no clue.
You got
I'm gonna
nothing.
say, all right. I'm gonna say it's a funky name. It's like let's go with
Dow.
Tree Wilkins.
Dow. Da Helen.
I got nothing.
Nothing?
I got nothing.
Bill?
Are you having a stroke or? Are you
Gee, stop reading.
What the hell?
I got Bill Dahlen. Dahlen. Dahlen.
Bill Dolan.
Just Bill, bro.
Hey, Bill. We're gonna go with Bill.
Hey, Bill. Go with Bill.
Of,
Wow.
1894.
Bill of Chicago Cubs fame.
Okay. 1984, he
I
did
don't know
that.
if that's true.
I don't
I'm just
know.
picking a team that
There
would
you
have been
go.
around.
Yeah,
at
we
that
never
time.
know. But then he did 42. So that's
In honor of Jackie.
there you
He
go.
did that.
Little 42 right there
50
for you.
years ahead, and when he hit 42, he said, "I'm stopping here. You guys won't believe this, but 50 years from now, there's gonna be a new dude named Jackie Robinson,
I thought you would
and I'm gonna
appreciate.
hate him because I'm racist."
I thought you would appreciate this book. As I went to check it out, I looked at the cover, and it had some interesting.
Now, do you know those guys on the cover? Because I can name them just by looking at it.
Right, I know you can. I know the guy in the Dodgers outfit. I think.
All right, so you know that's Kevin Brown.
No, actually, that's what I was going to say. No,
Nope, that's not.
that's,
It could have been Oral Hershiser. I actually didn't see it.
I'm pretty sure it says it's. I mean, it looked like Nolan Ryan, but
It's definitely not Nolan.
but it's not. They're looking closer. It's definitely not Nolan Ryan. It's a Dodgers. You tell me, bro. I don't know who this guy is, bro. You'd have to.
You're not good at holding in front of the camera.
No, I'm not. Who's the athletics guy?
That's Ricky Henderson.
Okay, and then the other guy.
I got a glare here. It looks like Greg Maddux.
Well, whoever he's going to hunt your teams now.
it's hard to say.
I don't know. I tell you
But
what.
it's definitely Ricky Henderson.
Well, there you go. At first, I thought it was the other guy with the records, Bond.
Yeah, Nolan Ryan. Huh?
That guy too.
Let's do it. Can we do another category? Do we have another category?
No, we have another category. We have time for another G. Do we have? Okay, we have time for the category. We do one more category. Baseball is always nice. We have old and new records, hits and batting averages, or home runs.
I thought Joel and Joe would be my hardest category.
Yeah.
And it feels like I was right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with what I think is going to be my easiest category, and I'm going to go home runs.
Okay, but I just to make you clear, new rules of this game. You have to check with G before you answer every question. But you can't be like a bullshit like I'm just checking with G. Like you got to ask his opinion and let that throw you. All right, here we go. We're going with home runs. You say
Yes.
home runs. No problem. G should be good.
Now,
home.
this is going to be a little difficult because
Okay.
you said it's like 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is.
And
Well, let me see here. I feel like these are probably pretty good. You can
Alright.
you can fact check this on the next show, and then we'll know if it's not right. Okay, so we got home runs, super stat, most MLB career home runs. They have a nice little cover page. As a matter of fact, is that no? Okay, Hank Aaron and who's this over here on the side? Some other guy. They got a nice picture of
Yeah.
the front. But anyways, you got 5 players.
if it's an
Can you-
old white dude, it's Babe Ruth. If it's a younger black guy, it's Barry Bonds.
It was, you know what it was? It's the what do you call it? It's Hank Aaron is who it is,
Alright.
and
Alright.
Sadahar.
Sadahara O.
Oh, there you go, Sadahar. Oh,
played Japanese
there you go.
baseball.
Did
And
I
I believe hit 800 home runs. Is it listed there? I believe he's got 800 career home runs.
doesn't
He's
list.
not going to be on
No,
the list if we're
no,
talking about Major League Baseball.
no, doesn't list. It's something about 868.
That's a lot.
That's your boy.
Wow.
That's Sadahara O.
Uh-huh.
And we also think they're still getting the Negro League stats, which they're now
Yeah.
incorporating with the guys who ended up playing Major League Baseball.
Uh-huh.
But we think Josh Gibson hit about 800 home runs.
Okay.
Josh hit a lot of home runs.
So I mean, definitely. I mean, you've talked about me with this this contested.
Yeah.
I mean, these records are contested.
It'd be like pulling no knock, but it'd be like pulling stats from my Little League games.
Okay.
Just in the way the records were kept, who was
All right.
keeping them, how they've been taken care of over the years.
All right.
It's really hard to say, but we know that Josh Gibson they have about 110 of his games.
Uh-huh.
And in those 110 games, he hit something like 75 home runs, which would be a record. So if you extrapolate that over the course of his career, it's probably in the 800 territory.
I don't extrapolate many things.
I
So
can tell.
when you when you start extrapolating out there, what are we doing exactly? We just take it. We just call it what it is. But I guess
That
we
was a
can't.
big word for
It
you.
really was, bro. It threw me off there for a second. All right, here we go. Super stats: the most MLB career home runs. You got 5 players, bro. I'm
This is
feeling
top 5 all time.
this 2015, according to 2015, and as it was said, not today. No, I don't even. I'm black, and I don't even know. Do we say Negro, color leagues? I don't know what's proper. You know, well,
Let's defer to G.
can we
Um,
just? Yeah.
G, little known fact, G played a couple seasons.
It's the
I like-
Negro League.
They Negro
Negro
leagues.
League.
I don't like
Negro
it. I don't
League.
like it.
It's
Okay.
okay to say Negro.
G was a
like it.
Pittsburgh Gray.
G, it's
And
G.
I have the shirt to prove it.
It's just too close,
Actually
bro.
have a
I just
Pittsburgh
don't like
Gray
it.
shirt.
Okay. All right, fine. Negro.
Listen, we call it the Negro Leagues. You don't want to know what they called it at the time.
I don't want to. Listen, words matter.
Wasn't that
There you
nice.
go. Anyways, can we get back to this? Okay, back to
All right,
this.
I'm going to give you the names in order, the top 5.
Okay, and listen, bonus if you can get within 2 of the number of home runs. Is 2 close enough? Do you need 3, 5, 10? What do you need? Because I mean, the numbers are
Let
specific.
me give you the 5 names first.
All right,
We're
let's
gonna
give
go
the
Barry
names.
Bonds,
Okay.
Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Alex Rodriguez,
Ooh.
and Willie Mays.
No, A-Rod didn't make the list.
You had it perfect, but you had it out of order. Wow, that is by the way, you
This is
didn't even
2015.
you did not check with G for one. All
I'm
right.
sorry, G. What do you think about
Disqualified. Disqualified. That's it. Disqualified for all. I mean, you did so well, but you didn't follow the rules, sir. The rules were simple. Check with G before you get to G. Is this guy? No. All right,
Wait a
I picked
minute.
that guy.
Let me
you
tell
didn't
you-
have to
let me
go with
tell
his
you
answer. You know.
Well, I'm gonna check with G on the
He's claiming
numbers.
Republican rules right now.
Jeez.
You
Oh
tell
my
me the
God.
rules, and I figure out how to win. Anyway.
Yeah, he's claiming Republican rules right now, so he
Listen,
actually
all right.
won, even though you overthrew him
I just-
because you are a person of color.
I feel cheated. I
And
just
he's
want to silver
playing-
clear. All right.
Hey, so what? It don't matter.
I can
He's
tell.
playing Republican rules.
Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Willie Mays, Alex Rodriguez. Just so you're clear, Alex Rodriguez, there is an asterisk by his name. Just so we're
I knew
100%
that
clear.
Is it in the book? There's an asterisk,
It's in the book.
but not by Bonds.
No, but no,
Not
no,
by Bonds.
no, no, no,
A-Rod
no Bonds.
definitely got an asterisk by his.
Why?
I was like,
and
A-Rod?
so,
All right, let's try to do the numbers. I'll go through G.
okay.
Uh,
Are you
G,
sure?
I
I
know-
mean, I don't want to check with you. They'll check with me. But are you?
G, I know 2 of these for a fact.
Okay, here we go.
The rest are going to be a guess. I'm going to check with G on Willie Mays. Are we in agreement?
Wait,
on
wait.
6?
Oh, Willie Mays. Okay, sorry.
Are we in agreement on 660 for the Say Hey Kid?
Sure.
All right, I'm going to go with my guy. That didn't sound convincing at all. I'm going to go with 660 for the Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays.
I agree that G did not participate as well as you should have, and I also agree you probably would have done better last round had you participated. That is actually correct. That is 660.
Hey, you heard me say shit.
Yeah. I mean, I felt like you took that from the heart, but that's all right.
Yeah.
What else? What else you got there, dude?
The other one I'm certain of is, and I'm going to go.
Is this
I'm gonna
Bonds?
check with G again. Is Hank Aaron,
Oh, okay.
and it's 755.
G, what do you say?
All right. Hey, now I wasn't sure until I got that. Now I'm convinced it's 755.
755. It is, duder. I want to let you know this comes from the public library. Your knowledge is being fact checked and checked well, being well received. 1995.
I didn't do good in school when my work was checked by the public library. So this is a nice turn of events.
Talk to your 3rd grade teacher. It's gonna be fun. Where are we at here with numbers? I think we got Bonds left. Did you tell the Ruth or
I haven't done Ruth. Ruth, I'm fairly confident. And G, you let me know if you think it's 714 because I think it's 714.
All
right. We're gonna go with 714.
before we
This is like the worst Family Feud. Give me an answer. They're like, eh.
before we continue on, G, what are you basing your 714 dude agreeance on? Is it the fact that he's been knocking him out of the park, or is it the fact that you just don't know and you're deferring to dude? I just make sure.
Both.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Good guess. Always good. 714. The 562. No, that's 714. Right there you go. Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth area code.
Wow. Babe Ruth area code. That's not bad. Did you? You got Willie. You got Rodriguez as an asterisk, and you got.
I got the 3 old dudes because those are the ones I grew up.
A-Rod
They haven't
was an
changed
actress.
since
knew
I was
that
a
one,
kid.
though. That one I knew.
What'd you know? You knew A-Rod? He had an asterisk. He was like, I knew he had an
I knew
asterisk.
that. I remember the
now-
interview
Yeah.
with him
Now
trying
Bonds,
to defend
I'll be able
himself.
Well, he's had a couple interviews where he tried to defend himself, and you know what? He's better at hitting a baseball than he is at defending.
Oh my gosh, he's so much better in the baseball.
Well, they just paid me $250 million. I
Oh
want
my
to be really good. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean you cheat. Well, it kind of does. though.
I was listening to the interview this weekend. I'm going, dude, shut up. Dude, shut up. Just leave.
Oh man.
So A-Rod wants to buy the Florida Marlins now, and kind of as a one-up to Derek Jeter, who was in the ownership group for the Florida Marlins, and they were a little bit of rivals.
Mm-hmm.
But A-Rod, I'm not going to get his home run total. I don't know. First of all, I guess the book has it differently than what I thought it was because I had him higher than Willie Mays, and you're telling me he's lower than Willie Mays.
You got him lower than Willie Mays. Yeah.
So
But with an asterisk.
right.
So-
So I already got to guess what the number was at the time of publishing because it's not what the number was at the time of his retirement.
All right.
So this is a straight guess.
Straight guess.
I have no knowledge other than I know
Do you-
it's less than 660.
Okay. Do you want to let G
Because that's
take
Willie
it
Mays.
less than 660? 660?
Gee, let's say less than 660 for Willie Mays
Mm-hmm.
and more than like who would have been next in line in the book? Frank Robinson, maybe.
It's more than 640.
All right, well that's higher than Frank Robinson.
There you
so
go.
all right, more than Ken Griffey Jr., less than Willie Mays.
And these are home runs?
These are home runs.
These are home runs. We're still on home
Career.
runs.
Career, right? Yeah. Career home runs.
Career with an asterisk.
Yes. Oof, that man.
What are we taking?
What was my number range?
640, 660.
640. I'll go 654.
We'll cosign.
Damn, right on the money, 654. Okay, all right. What the hell? All right. Are we doing the ESP thing? That's hot. Okay, that's cool. 654. Right on the money. Alex Rodriguez, active player, asterisk. Look at you. Look, I'll give you two dings for you, bro. Look at you. Dude, are you giving him the answers behind our... What is
Bro, that's not
going
even what I
on?
was gonna guess.
Holy
like I said,
Toledo.
I had A-Rod higher than Willie Mays.
Did
so I
that
would've got
just
the number
happen?
later.
Did that just happen? Okay, I just want to make sure we were all here for that. Well, I tell you what, Duder, when we come back next week, we will finish off this book. It's got to go back to the library, so we'll
All right,
definitely.
well, real quick, I'm going to say 762 for Barry Bonds, my favorite player of all time.
Did we not get Bonds? I apologize. I thought we
No, I
had
was
done.
saving him for last.
I thought we had done. I apologize.
because it's the record.
Excuse me. Let me just. I'll even put on a little bit of appropriate.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yes. What was it? 762. Barry Bonds.
762.
No problem. 762. I thought it was Bonds on the cover, but it wasn't.
That's Rick Anderson.
Yeah. And
So we should. The book is 2015. We should also acknowledge Albert Pujols has moved ahead of Willie Mays
Yeah.
at this point.
okay.
So Pujols is in the top 5.
Yeah.
And we'll give shout outs to Ken Griffey Jr., Jim Tomei, Sammy Sosa, who are all probably in that same range. I don't have the exact numbers.
All right. Well, Duder, I bring that up. See how I drop the music like that? Make it all serious.
I like that.
Yeah, like that? Okay. I bring that up because I had a good conversation with a mutual friend about baseball. I started the conversation very seriously. I love baseball. I think baseball's great. And then I continued the conversation to say, I put my kids in baseball. Baseball is wonderful, right? But I continue the conversation in wondering, and I'll ask you the question I asked him. Is baseball in trouble of losing its spot? There are several sports that take us to the top of what in America we call sports. Sadly, soccer doesn't get an invitation to the round table, okay? They're always kicking the ball at the door. Hey, come on in. I think we did a show. Did we do a show on the teams that on the sports that make it, Duder? Did we do that show or no? I thought we did that show. I could be wrong.
I think we did the show.
Okay.
Whether or not it made it to air and
Okay.
whether or not it was worth a while to listen to,
All right.
I don't know.
Let's just go top 5 sports of all time in America 2022. Is that fair? I'll just leave it there real quick. And it roughly, if we could just simply, just talk about football, talk about baseball, talk about basketball. Give me 2 more. Hockey, and we're missing
I'm
one.
gonna tell you, you
got the 4.
Currently have the big four:
I had the big 4, right?
baseball, football, basketball, and hockey.
Boom, 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 boom. Right? Okay.
Soccer's on the outside looking in.
Everybody else is looking in. Everybody else is looking in.
Yeah. But you did say all time, and Gio backed me up here. There was a time when boxing and horse racing were more popular in this country than any of those 4 we just named.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll accept that.
Boxing was on TV every weekend.
I'll accept that. If you want to do this as the top 5 seat, would you like to give it to horse racing or boxing? Just for the hell of it.
I would probably have to give it to horse racing.
All right, let's give it to horse racing. A little Kentucky. All right, a little
Simply
derby.
because there was more tradition
Okay, all right.
in horse racing.
And we just had the Kentucky Derby.
We just had it. Just happened. Okay, all right. So here we go. Let's go. Kentucky Derby and the top 4. All right, we just leave it at that. All right. Baseball has had a seat at this table for a long time, longer than football. I believe, you correct me if I'm wrong, longer than hockey.
Longer.
Longer. All right. It's been known as the American pastime. I mean, there's other kinds of people's pastime, but the Americans, they do baseball as their pastime.
I mean, you just read Bill Dolan from 1894.
Yeah, right. But if I'm trying to stay inside of my lane of the idea of why I believe that baseball is losing its seat at the table, it's because that table is no longer a 22-inch television that weighs 150 pounds that's on wheels that rolls around. That is no longer the table. The table is a cell phone. The table is a TV at a bar, and a table, the table is wherever you're going to find your entertainment. I just believe that the way we get our entertainment is changed. And in the past, I think that it was a bonding experience to bond over things that were relatively easy to watch. Horse racing, you're going to see boxing is going to be on, baseball is going to be on, and we're relatively going to kind of go over these, and go to it. But, well, today, if you want to see your local team, you got to work for it. You can't just casually catch baseball. And casually, like you were just baseball. And it's so funny when we were having this conversation. But like, isn't that baseball on right now? Aren't we casually having a good time? I said, yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You're right. You can go get things that you want. But I asked the question, dude. After I do this great bit, I say this at the beginning. I like baseball. But I mean, it's seen some hard times. It's gone through a couple of really rough patches. The fans are not fickle. Usually baseball fans, pretty good fans, not bad fans, really good fans. I like baseball fans. They're loyal. And that's what you want in fans, really. You want loyalty that will follow you. But with the loyalty the baseball fans have, but the change of the times that's here, I ask you, Duder, is baseball slowly losing its seat? Somewhere in the 8th, maybe in the 7th, maybe we just did the stretch. But is baseball, due to its length and slightly boring nativity, losing its seat at the table of fast, interesting Sunday sports?
Baseball is losing its spot at the table. Baseball is almost sitting outside. It might not even be in the dining room. And it's a shame because, as you mentioned, baseball is, at one time was the national pastime. We talk about dudes from the 1894 and the record books, and you talked about the fans, and Chicago had the lovable losers, and the Red Sox had the curse, and they hadn't won in 100 years, and they're still selling out the stadium every year, every game. there's a love of baseball, but to your point about casually watching it, baseball in its effort to monetize and grow the income for the owners has at the same time made it harder to watch and harder for young children to watch, which is how you grow the game and keep the game current. Basketball is on regular TV. You can get on channel 7 or wherever you are, ABC, NBC. You can get it on basic cable, TNT, TBS, all of these channels. And if you really are a diehard baseball fan, you can pay for, or basketball fan, you can pay for the NBA package and watch any game you want, anytime you want.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball, kind of the opposite. Can't really get it on basic TV anymore. It's not on KCAL like it was when I was growing up. It's not on Channel 5, Channel 13. It's not really on basic cable anymore. It might be on ESPN. You might get the game of the week. It might be on TBS, which is how, I grew up in Southern California watching the Atlanta Braves or the Chicago White Sox because they were on, or the Chicago Cubs because they were on WGN, and the Braves were on TBS, and that was, the basic cable package. And those games were on at 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon. So as soon as I got home from school, now, as a diehard baseball fan who pays for the baseball package, I still can't watch 81 games a year of my favorite team. And I pay $150 for the right to watch it. So imagine if I'm a 12-year-old kid, just want to come home, catch an Angel game, it's damn near impossible.
Well, I mean, I damn near got thrown out of somebody's house when I started talking about my theory. Blasphemy was used as a word to. What do you mean baseball's going to lose its seat? And I'll stop this debate only to bring in a third party to debate this. But gee, I want to get your opinion on this. Not really paying attention to baseball for most of your life, I would assume. But the sport. But would you agree or disagree that it may be losing its seat at the round table of top 4 sports in America?
I am a diehard Angels fan. I have been since Gene Autry.
Oh, wow.
And I used to watch them on Channel 5 because Gene Autry also owned part of Channel 5.
Thanks for that, G. I didn't know why I watched them on Channel 5. I just knew that I did.
Because Gene Autry owned part of Channel 5.
There you
go. But my theories and beliefs on why baseball is losing its luster is because it's really going to kill people. But they've lost black support. And now they're just now starting to go back into the black community to re-energize baseball into the black community. For the thing that drives a lot of the top 4 sports, even hockey, the thing is minority participation and American minority participation. And the thing about that is, if you can't get the inner city, that was why I remember when Darryl Strawberry came out of Crenshaw.
I do.
And that drove people to start watching baseball because of Darryl Strawberry. Ricky Henderson came out of LA or out of Oakland. And that drove people to watch baseball. If you can't identify with the sport, you're not going to have people that are going to watch the sport. And a lot of the minorities watch football, basketball. They're starting to watch hockey because now Canada is recognizing that, yes, we did have black hockey players back in the day. We had a black hockey league. And so...
You think they're losing the minority vote? I mean, simply put? They're losing the minority vote, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Simply put? Yep. Like... Baseball has lost the minority vote.
It's lost the domestic minority vote because even though they got dark-skinned people, they're not American black people. They're Cuban.
Duder, any pushback on that? Are you kind of you semi in line with that?
I'm going to back up, G, and say obviously for a long time in baseball they didn't let black people play.
Yeah.
And then to your point, Jackie Robinson came along and changed out Larry Doby. You got to give Larry Doby credit because he did the same thing Jackie Robinson did, but in the American League, when the two leagues were separate, and nobody gives Larry Doby the credit. So we're shout out Larry.
Hold on,
Doby.
there we go. Let's hook him up. I didn't even. I mean, you got new music for me right there, kid.
Yeah.
I mean, we celebrate 42 because we know about 42. It's the same reason why we go to Hawaii. It's the island over there that everybody talks about. But
nobody knows Larry Doby.
Give him some shout outs.
Cleveland Indians a month after Jackie, and obviously had to put up with the same stuff.
Yeah.
But Jackie did it first. Jackie did it for the Dodgers, which is a big franchise. Nobody cares about the Indians. Now, I like it because Larry Doby did it for a team called the Indians, and we didn't change that name until last year.
I don't want you to get. I want to get too ahead of yourself.
But I didn't want to get off point.
Right. I just want to say last year we also created or this year we only created the you can't lynch people act. I mean that was like Indians.
To G's point. Roughly 30 years after Jackie and Larry Doby, Major League Baseball was about 40% black. Black players. We weren't ready for a black manager yet.
Right.
But black players, roughly 40%. And today, if you were to take that, it's about 7%. Yep. And this is, again, black American ball players.
Yep.
If you want to get into the Cuban and the Dominican and the Puerto Rican and that side of it, it's probably 40% when you take a total amount.
Is that Hendertucky Hank?
Hendertucky Hank thinks it's about 42%. He thinks my math is off. But if we're just talking black American players, you're down to about 7%.
Yep.
In 50 years, 40% to 7%.
I cannot wait, gentlemen. I got to be honest with you. I can't wait to bring on our guest, hopefully next week, and debate this topic because I have no skin in the game, and I was accused of just calling out the times for what they are, just being why talk about it now? You know what I mean? Let these things pass for the next year, and maybe things will get better. I don't see things getting better for baseball because I think that we're going to lose the youth. Like Dude was saying, in the class that my kid, who is the not T-ball but just above T-ball, probably like coach pitch, probably right there. Yeah. We'll put him in it because we missed T-ball for COVID. He's going to coach pitch. I would say 2 kids out of his class is going to do baseball, and 9 are going to do soccer. Yeah. But I would say that's like a common number too, because soccer's really an open sport for kids. Everybody gets to play. The skill level is low kickball, at this level. And so
kickball, run around, wear yourself out.
You know what I mean?
Go to bed when you get home.
Rules are simple, out of bounds, in bounds, goal. You know what I mean? It's not. But so sure, I'll put my kid in that. And all 3 of my kids, by the way, are doing soccer at the end. But although I've exposed all 3 of them to baseball, maybe one of them, maybe 2 of them are kind of into it, but I mean, it's a 9-inning game, Dad. I mean, it's a little longer, a little tougher than we're used to in our generation. And I'm like, okay, I kind of get that, but let's play the game, But I don't feel like me putting my kids into this sport is going to keep it going. But we'll see. I want to have that debate again.
I'm saying tennis is doing better than baseball because the minorities are there. It's when you talk about sports in America, you have to be all inclusive. And baseball has become a non-inclusive sport, which is why they're trying to revitalize it in the inner city. And that is the big program right now, is reviving baseball in the inner city because
a little Sandlot action.
The people.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the white manifesto. We need the black people in baseball.
Not at the grocery store.
To your point, Debo, about kids playing soccer, a lot of the powers that be in baseball think we'll be fine because Little League is still Little League. It's still popular. It's still one of the 2 sports you put your kids in when they're 5 or whatever. Soccer and Little League, get them out there, and then they'll figure out what other sports they like. Maybe they're too young, they can't get the basketball up to the hoop yet. They're too small for football, but soccer and baseball you can always put your kids in. But that's always been the case. And look at where soccer is in this country as a professional sport.
As a professional sport, it sucks.
It's the first sport most kids play.
As a kid sport. It's
Right.
something we did with the kids.
It's the first sport most kids play, but it's fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth in the professional
go.
ranks.
I mean, you're right. I mean, okay, so what we're agreeing on is that nothing makes sense. Is that what we're agreeing on? Like what should work like this doesn't work like that. And baseball. Well, we're just going to give it a good luck. Good luck, baseball. We're really hoping that
That's all.
it's gonna work. It's gonna work out for you, baseball.
Kids play it up until a certain age, and then they go, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, Duder.
Give more college scholarships for baseball, and you will get more baseball players
In the inner city. Duder, I have a question. I want to get a job. Do you have anything out there for me that I could get a job?
Well, I want to know if this works for you.
Okay, let me know if this works for me.
Let me
Maybe let you pull up your phone for a second.
No, I got it here. I'm trying to figure out if it works for my dog as well.
All right.
Kentucky Hank has some words about it.
The last one I don't think worked for me. The first one was very specific on the type of person they want. I mean, the absolute type of person that they wanted it to be in there. And
this one's getting pretty specific as well.
Okay, but there's things I won't do from that first one. It was like it had to be really specific, but we'll see. Drew, you got that pulled up?
I got it pulled up here, and let me format my phone so I can zoom in because I'm getting old.
Get the X on the right-hand side. It's a little better.
All right, so this really just has a series of questions. They just want to know not so much about your work history, a little bit more about your background.
Okay.
So you let me know if this works for you.
Okay, but this is can you give me a little? Is this off of the web? Is this you find this in paper?
Sorry.
Okay.
So this is from Workable Resources, workable.com.
Okay.
And this is they are hiring for well, I don't necessarily want to give it away because this is that bad.
Okay.
That I don't.
We can give it away. You give it away at the end.
Other people to get in trouble.
All right. Okay.
All right. So, what is now again? This is for we'll call it an office job. What is the highest? This is on the application.
Okay.
What is the highest level of qualification achieved by either of your parents by the time you were 18?
Whoa. Okay.
Now, again,
wait. Hold on a second. Did you just say achievement? Like, what did your parents do by the time you were 18? Is that what it is?
By the time you were 18, what had your parents done?
I mean,
now, I'm the one going for the job, not my parents.
Okay, but we want to know what they did when you were.
We need to know what they did.
Did they climb Everest? Did they start a career in phlebotomy? Were
they a lawyer?
Were
they working at McDonald's?
Yeah. By the time you were 18, what did they achieve? All right.
Now, for me personally, I'm already out. They're not hiring me if I answer this question honestly.
Well, he had most of his hand, sir. But anyways, that's another story. Okay, so we know about a parent. We get the little stuff put in about the parents. What
did your parents do? All right, question number 2.
Okay.
Which type of school did you attend for the majority of your time between ages 11 and 16?
Like a Catholic school or like a private school or like public school? What do you mean type of school?
You got me because I went to public school, so I'm stupid. So I don't know what they are. Do you mean a private school? Do you mean a Catholic school?
What
do you
kind
mean,
of school?
High school? What are we looking for here? What type of school did you attend?
It was the type. It was the type they tried to teach me in. But
it's the type they gave detention. That's the one I'm certain of.
Wow.
It had other students.
It's an interesting job.
It's going to be a good job. I feel like I'm making money. All right, here we go. What else we got?
Did you receive free school meals at any point during your secondary school year?
Dang! I just talked about this the other day because me and my
Love
wife,
those meals.
me and my wife were like, "Yo, did you get free meals?" I was like, "Yeah, I got free meals." Did you get free meals? But then, like all the kids, because right now they give all children free meals. It's a just California.
California.
California, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, California. And so we were like, yeah, go ahead, free meals.
Eat those meals, bro.
yeah.
Get those green beans.
But here on your job application, 10 years later, they're gonna ask you, son. So don't
And
tell
you know,
anybody.
There's parents out there thinking, well, we can't let our kids get the free meals. They're not going to get that.
They're not gonna get that
down the line.
job. Not
They're
gonna
not going to
get
get
that
that
job.
CEO job.
Oh, missed it. Why? Free meals, mom. Damn it, I
Free
knew
meals, bro.
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Look, I happen to like school meatloaf, so my parents let me keep eating it.
Wow.
So
Wow.
they gave me $5 a
How
day.
many?
I just
You know
ate the
what?
Free meals.
This job deserves the Wow Award. Because I've had to say wow one too many times on this one. Dude, what else?
I
What else
got
we got?
three more
All right.
questions and a
Jeez.
statement.
Okay.
At age 14,
What?
you're right. Now, look, I'm 40. I'm going for this
Yeah.
job. Who the fuck? All right. At age 14, did the main household earner in your house work as an employee or were they self-employed?
Wow.
Now, I don't know the right answer to that.
That's just nosy.
What does it matter?
Exactly.
Like, is it better if
You talked about my lunches. You talked about my mama. You talked about what my mama not doing, okay? And what type of job or what type of school? What are we talking about here?
Is it better if they were self-employed or is it better that they were an employee? I don't know.
I
don't know the
mean,
answer to that.
you could be self-employed selling oranges.
Yeah.
You could be self-employed creating Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like
could do,
the company.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, but they were the Tooth Fairy. So it's self-employed. There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Please select either how many people worked for the same employer as your parents at that time, or if they were self-employed, how many people your parents employed at that time. All right, so I gotta say
so-
self-employed is probably better.
I'm gonna say my parents employed over 200 in their staff at that time. I mean, I remember it personally because I was over 18, so saw these things. After
No,
I
you were
left-
14. At
I was 14. Damn it, I got it wrong.
at age 14. You are not.
Damn it.
We're moving on to the next candidate. Did they? This is the last question, and then there's. Oh, I don't have the. Okay, well, there's one more that I don't have the answers to, but I'll read you that one.
All right.
Did they supervise employees? So,
Huh.
no, they were the owner, and they had someone
Yeah,
under
Yeah, the
them to do
owner,
the
the
small,
300
the small
people.
shit.
Yeah.
And then please select which best describes the sort of work your primary household earner undertook at this time. Now, I didn't screenshot that, so I don't know what the choices were.
Is that the whole interview?
That's the end of the
Oh
screenshot.
my gosh.
Yeah, that's the end of the interview.
What do you know about me? Wait a second. You know what my parents did, per se. You know, not that not that I had to prove it. You know, but
It's an interesting job.
can we get a better description of what I'm going to be doing? Nothing. My responsibilities or type of.
It's
We're gonna talk about when you're 14 more.
Yeah, no, it's
I feel like they need me to be-
CEO level job is what they're looking for.
Is Disney hiring? I don't understand. What?
Yeah.
It just okay. Oh well. You know what?
The website I took this from, their comment is those who grew up poor need not apply.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Dude, I don't think I want that job. Just so we're
It doesn't
clear.
work for you?
It doesn't work for me. No, I'm gonna give it the foghorn, bro. 'Cause, yeah,
You grew up poor. Don't apply here.
I don't because I grew up so rich. I feel bad for the poor people, and so that's why I don't want to
For a
apply.
job in the one ads.
Oh my god.
I'm rich.
Oh boy. Well, I tell you what, gentlemen, it's time to get out of here. I tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play this music real quick, and then I'm just gonna shut the door, and we'll have this interview in the safe room because shit's crazy out there. I'll just be in here in the safe room in the confines of the home. No one can hear me. There's no shootings, and we're just here and just.
How old were you when your parents built the safe room?
Don't talk about my parents building the safe room because they don't know what school I went to. Okay.
Did your parents build the safe room, or
I'm
did
not
they
sure.
hire people?
I think we were just fine. Just you know what, guys? I think you crowd me. All right. Just it's not a big room. Okay, and we can't make a lot of noise because we want to be safe. In the safe room. Start with G. G.
I'm sorry I grew up poor.
Oh man, I'm so sorry you grew up poor too. You can't get a CEO job, unfortunately. But maybe Major League Baseball has something for you since they're trying to attract a different audience. I don't know. Could be.
I don't know if it's for me.
Well,
Go back to hockey.
I'm gonna tiptoe out of this safe room and into the other safe room that was made for Duder down the hall. But let me ask you, bro, any last minute shout outs and how was your show today?
Oh, it was a good show. Shout out to all the college graduates that graduated this week.
Hey,
It's been a lot. Chris Kelly graduated this week.
this is graduation season. That's right. I did photos the other day for
And
shout
my
out
niece
to
is graduating from high school and college.
yeah.
At the same time next month.
Well, I hope that all of the graduations go amazing, and it's a graduation's a good time. So shout out to all the graduates, 100%. And G, we will see you next time. I'm quietly gonna walk over here to the other side of the room. Duder, just so you know, inside of the safe room, we don't bring other people inside of the safe room. Hi, ma'am. How you doing? Hi, miss. How you doing? Hi, ma'am. How you doing? So when we talk about coming to the safe room, it's just we come to the safe room. We don't bring other people. So next time. So on the safe room.
Next time.
Next time. Okay. Always quiet. Okay. So Duder, first, did you have a good time on the show? And second of all, that's all I got.
Yeah, it was good. Man, we covered a lot.
We did cover
started
so
with
much.
some little politics and current events, and ended with some baseball.
Yeah.
Got a little Bill Dolan in there, 1848 or some shit, 1898. So yeah, no, it was good. It was a lot of fun, and special shout outs. Can I give a special shout out?
Sure.
We have time?
Yeah, we got time.
Special shout out to the Pittsburgh Pirates, who won a baseball game over the weekend without getting a hit. Usually you lose in that situation.
Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive. Actually, I saw something about a no hitter the other day that was kind of cool too. But I didn't.
Yeah, the Angels rookie pitcher threw a no hitter.
Yeah, but then I was like, "Where is this on the news?" And then nothing. So I was offended.
Nah, because it's the Angels.
Yes.
And baseball.
And baseball. My whole point of the baseball. But here, Duder, there aren't a whole lot of magazines or not even chips in here, so I think I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for coming back to this again. Shout out to the folks there in Ukraine. Good luck. Fucking shot low to everybody that had to deal with shootings this weekend. That's just fucking stupid. Excuse my language. But I'm going to be praying for you guys this week, and hopefully we can have a better week. This Monday was, well, I don't like any of my Mondays in the safe room, so it's just what it is. Duder, till next time.
Next time.
All right. Peace.
Peace.